What's up? What's good? What's going on, family? So let's jump in and get the daily increase and see what's going on. Then I did something a little different. I did want to incorporate just a few channeled messages on this daily increase. And I just want to say that I really do feel like that today is the day to really be mindful of setting clear boundaries. And if you're having to take any risk, make sure that the risk that you're being taken is not based off of the amount of, like, if you're taking a risk, don't make the sole purpose of taking that risk based off of a financial increase. Beware of taking risk based off of greed, from a greed perspective. Something is going to factualize for you in March that you may you may not be able to, you may think that waiting until March is too long, but it will factualize in March. Anything before then, the timing is off. There's definitely something to do with divine timing here. Investigate all of your options closely and don't be afraid to put your demands on the table, okay? That's going to be very important for you on this daily increase. Immediately starting out, something going on with my throat chakra, so just keep that in mind. I feel like that if you've been wondering if you're on the right path, I do feel like that this is a confirmation that you are on the right path. You may need to make some adjustments, but you are on the right path. Also, remember, what you focus on is what is expanding today, and as it is every day. So definitely only focus on what you're wanting to expand. All right, guys, let's jump straight in. This is going to be the daily increase for my lovely Sagittarian 9th house collective. This is going to be for your sun, moon, rising, north node, Venus, as well as that 9th house. All right, let's see. General messages, just take what resonates. Bless someone else with the rest. Thank you, Spirit. The energy on offer today is sacred connections, synchronicities, divine connections, understanding lessons. We've got Isis here at the bottom of the deck. So there's definitely a need to recall your personal power. At any areas where you feel fragmented, there's a need to really focus on why you feel fragmented and calling this energy back in, because there is some sort of divine connection that is being offered to you today. But it does require you not to waste or seep energy on connections that aren't serving you anymore. So definitely be mindful of where you're sending and sharing your energy at. That goes back to that energy of needing to set clear boundaries. All right, Spirit. Also, there is something about being giving that which you seek. So making sure that you're showing up in a way that, like if you're desiring something, make sure that you're showing up in that way as well. All right, Spirit, what is the energy that is meeting Sagittarius today? What is being asked of Sagittarian 9th house collective today, Spirit? Thank you. Listen with your heart. Trust the messages that you're receiving. You're definitely being asked to make some sort of difference. You're getting some sort of fresh start today, and it does require you to really listen to your heart. Listen with your heart. Trust the messages that you're receiving. If I had to be honest with you, I definitely say that your day today is wrapped around some sort of like your connections with other people. Let's see, Spirit. What is the situation? How do we get here? And or challenges? What is the advice? And then where is this all headed? And then I want to see how Sag is showing up from the bottom of the deck. Let's see, Spirit. So the situation here is the 3 of Swords. How we got here is the King of Swords. The advice is the Strength card. Where this is all headed. The 5 of Wands. How Sag is showing up. We have the Star card here at the bottom of the deck. And then I will admit that it was in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. I genuinely don't have reversals in this deck, but I do see that there's a bit of pessimism showing up from Sagittarian, 9th house collective. You may not be so optimistic about relationships and partnerships at this time. You may not be so optimistic about really allowing your heart space to shine through or listening to your heart, as I feel like that it could have gotten you in a few situations that you wasn't so proud of. The situation today is the 3 of Swords. So there is a need to really look at, like, address some sort of loss, process this loss so that you can begin healing on this loss, healing the pain that you dealt with from this loss. How we got here is the King of Swords. I feel like that how we got here is someone's decided to make a head over heart decision to cut something away that just isn't, it's not beneficial. It's not getting them, it's not moving you forward. It's not moving this other person forward. So I definitely feel like that there is some sort of, like, the situation today is there is some sort of loss. There is something that you're cutting away. It's no longer serving you. I feel like that it's directly going against it's not in alignment with your heart space. I do feel like that this situation is causing you some sort of pain to your heart space. I feel like that it's time to make a head over heart decision. The advice here is the Strength card. Understanding that, you know, this is more of an internal strength than it requires. Like, your advice is to rely on your internal strength more than your brunt force. There's no need to get overly aggressive in this energy today. Where this is all headed is the 5 of Wands. I do feel like that there is some sort of competition, possible strife, conflict around you. Definitely are wanting to clarify this and see what's going on. And with Isis here at the bottom of the deck, I definitely feel like that there's a paradigm shift that is taking place. And as this shift is taking place, you are being told to reclaim your power. It's like, I feel like that you've kind of been playing yourself small. Whatever situation you've been feeding into, you've not been listening to your heart space. Why is the 3 of Swords here for this situation? I definitely feel like that you're being given it, like, the energy that is on offer is to understand the lesson of this connection. You know, understand what the purpose in this partnership was. I definitely feel like that you're cutting something away, whether this is you leaving a job, leaving a relationship, putting some distance between you and some sort of friendship. It's definitely a loss, and you feel it in your heart space here. But I also feel like that your heart has also been letting you know that this isn't serving you any good. There is some sort of divine connection that is trying to be offered to you, but you can't really grasp a hold of this divine connection before you fully implement and understand the lesson of what it is that you're not so optimistic about releasing. Yeah, see, the Knight of Cups is here, clarifying the 3 of Swords. I definitely feel like that there was some sort of Four of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like that this, even though the Knight of Cups is in the upright, I feel like that this was an ideal. Like, this was someone that is very charming, that could have, like, someone that, if this is a person for you, I feel like that a romantic partner, romantic encounter kind of really did drop the ball. It didn't, maybe you're still heartbreaking from a past situation and you're not really open to this romantic encounter today. I would encourage you to consider, honestly, encourage you to consider this romantic proposal with gracefulness. You know, just have fun. This person could open up your artistic side, or there's something very there's definitely something charming and graceful about this person's energy. However, I do feel like that because of the pain or the situation that has caused you some sort of loss and pain, you may not be open to going after this. Also, I feel like that you're still processing the loss of someone. I also feel like that if you're dealing with the Pisces, then I definitely feel like that there could be some, the Knight of Cups is Piscean energy, February 19th through March the 20th. There could be a Piscean that does something that kind of like, I don't know, maybe this person is like not really good at expressing themselves, or some sort of expression today doesn't go as planned. Causes some sort of, someone expresses something and it's kind of like a dagger to the heart, or you express something and it's kind of like a dagger to the heart for someone. Spirit is really saying that really make sure that you're listening twice as hard. Don't take an immediate reaction or immediate response to that. How we got here is the King of Swords. I definitely feel like that there was some emotional detached energy that's taking place here. The King of Swords is like very logical. I don't know, maybe someone that you thought was going to be a romantic encounter is more or less trying to handle you in a very transactional way. What's going on with the King of Swords here, Spirit? Yeah, the Eight of Swords in the reverse. I feel like how you got here is I feel like that you was expecting or you was hoping for some sort of maybe you was hoping to be able to negotiate something more, and I'm gonna be honest, I feel like that this is, somebody could have been thinking that something was going to be more romantic or just more emotionally fulfilling than it has turned out to be. I do feel like that, I want you to know, one of y'all going to encounter some sort of romantic person today, like a romantic encounter today, but you may be trying to be very emotionally detached. You may be tapping into either your Capricorn or your Aquarius energy in your birth chart, which may be having you showing up as quite detached and emotionally aloof. I would encourage you to really at least become curious about this energy here, okay? I definitely feel like someone has recently you've cut away from a situation that left you feeling burdened and made you feel like you didn't have the freedom to move. I feel like that how we got here, like I do feel like that you're experiencing some sort of Three of Swords energy, which is why you're not open to this Knight of Cups that's coming in. Spirit is really saying, like, yes, you did take control of the situation. Yes, you did just recently set yourself free. But Spirit is saying, like, with this freedom, you do have, like, with this energy, with you severing ties with a certain situation in the past because it was not emotionally fulfilling, it does give you a different level of freedom. You do have the ability to kind of, roam here. Be open. You can at least communicate. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to have closed off communication as if you're still in a relationship. But I definitely feel like that you cut away from a situation that left you feeling restricted and disempowered, left you feeling powerless. I feel like that you kind of have taken your power back from that situation. But as you've taken your power back from that situation, or you're being called to take your power back from that situation, it's almost like you're still closing yourself off emotionally to new opportunities. Spirit is saying, be open to, like, kind of be more diplomatic and more tactful in your approach to dealing with new energies, because there is some sort of divine encounter that is on offer for you. So just keep that in mind. The advice here is the Strength card. This is that confidence energy, really about having confidence, being vulnerable, and understanding that just because the lion is inside of you to roar, it doesn't mean that it has to be your first response. Vulnerability, like some of the most strongest people are able to stand in that strength because of their ability to display their vulnerability. So why is this Strength card here in the advice position? The Two of Wands is here. If I could offer you some advice, this isn't a day to, like, don't let your pride and your ego get the best of you today. I'm not going to say to play it safe, but here we are again at don't take risk. So, like, I definitely feel like that you don't have to take certain risks just to flex your ego or to, you know, that. I don't know. I don't feel like that you have to be so macho. I do feel like that you can just kind of let your, like, don't take a risk. Don't take too much risk, especially if it's based on this egotistical perspective. But it's also saying you can let your walls down. You don't have to be so guarded in your day today, Sagittarius, okay? There is this energy of, don't be so rigid here in today. Your vulnerability is going to help you to see what action is best to take. I would definitely encourage you to tap into your inner fire, into your inner spark. So there's definitely something to do with your confidence and understanding that you can be just as confident in your vulnerability as you can be. Like, I feel like that someone is more confident when they're kind of like on their lion energy, like on roar, being heard, being seen, knowing, like displaying your power or something like that, or displaying your position. That's not necessarily required here. I feel like that your vulnerability can kind of get you a little bit farther in your day today. Why is the Five of Wands here for where this is headed, or the likely outcome here? Why is the Five of Wands here? Oh, the Five of Wands in the reverse to clarify the Five of Wands. I like that. So what that's telling me is that there is, like, if you're able to take on this vulnerable approach, I do feel like that there is a resolution to some sort of conflict here on this day. I do feel like that you start out this day a little pessimistic about coming to some sort of conflict, about you may show up like you're showing up as someone who is a little bit pessimistic about your ability to avoid conflict or disagreement inside of a situation that you feel like is inevitable. But I do feel like that if you're able to soften your approach to this, I do feel like that there's actually some sort of, like, where this is headed is a conflict of a resolution of conflict, a truce. There's peace that is able to be restored here. I just feel like that. I feel like that this conflict, it reaches a breaking point here. So I do feel like that where this is headed is conflict coming to an end here, but it does require you to listen and make choices from your heart space instead of that instead of allowing that ego and pride to rule you. Sagittarius, and see, I really do feel like that with the star cards showing up representing you, that's Aquarian-like energy. So I do feel like that, Sag, you may be taking some sort of emotional detached perspective Like you may be taking a cold and detached approach to this situation, and Spirit is asking you to soften your approach up just a little bit there. Star card. Yeah, wow, the Sun card. Love it. The Sun card, and this is really speaking about optimism. Yes, so I do feel in the Hierophant, this is beautiful energy. This is about really sticking to a structure, going by the book, not going too far out of like being optimistic about coloring inside of the lines, being optimistic about creating a new structure and sticking within the confines of that structure here. I do feel like that today is going to be a very vibrant day here. I do feel like that you may get a little bit of attention today. I feel like that I really would encourage you to allow your charm and charisma to shine today. I think that you are being there's an opportunity to have success and growth as it pertains to work and career today, but it does require you to be creative in your pursuits. I feel like that there are some financial opportunities that may come in today. They may not go as anticipated, they may not go as completely planned, but they do bring in financial rewards, financial prosperity. You may be expecting, I don't know, let's just say you may be expecting to make $500 by the end of business day. You may only make $400 by the end of business day, but today will be a financially there will be a prosperous day today. I don't see you having much financial restriction today. And I also wouldn't spend too much time, not today, on financial planning. I feel like that if you spend too much time on financial planning today, then you may actually miss something. So put off the financial planning to another day. Let's see. Let's get a closing message on this side, and then we'll take it over to the extended, where we'll get a message from all sides. Yeah, we'll get a message from all signs on the other side, as well as I'm thinking about doing a strength spread over on the extended side, and then we'll get a message from all 12 zodiac signs just to see who you're dealing with here on this day. So if you would like to see that, definitely make sure you hit the link down in the pinned comment section. You will have to join the members side to access that. All right, Archangel Michael, what is the closing message here? The way forward is open. You're not trapped. Possibilities and opportunities abound. Archangel Michael will guide you to personal and spiritual freedom. And then we also have trust your angels. Let go of your expectation of how your dreams will come true. Trust that heaven has a perfect plan. Yes, and this is my Ace of Swords. So I definitely feel like that there was some truth and clarity spoken on this daily increase. All right, fam. I hope that this message was able to offer you some clarity and some guidance. If this is where we end, let's make sure that we're choosing peace moving forward. If you're going to join me on members, I'll see you in just a second.